Hi, I'm Tim Peterson. This is Andrew Moskowitz. We're with Robot Fighting Fitness. We're going to do a little bit of a review of our knee shield guard, both passing and attacking. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and set up. If we're going to pass a knee shield guard, we want to remember what Andrew's putting in my way. So the first thing is he's going to entangle my leg with his. You'll notice his toes are capturing my leg. If it's not, this is really easy to just step out of and start passing, okay? So you'll always have this trap right here. This knee and elbow are working in tandem to support my weight here. He never wants to let me just pressure right through. So the knee's blocking and then the elbow's reinforcing. He can take a grip of my collar, and whenever he does, he'll want to crunch in to make sure that his elbow and knee are still supporting each other. Okay? The last piece is his hand's going to be grabbing my wrist, and he's not pulling it, which is real common at this point. People will do that, but he's actually pushing it in and trying to hide his elbow under his knee. Right there. Nice. So he's pushing right here, and this prevents me from grabbing his collar or using this hand against him. Okay. With this in place, this determines my default positioning, meaning where I have to start from. I start by grabbing his belt and putting my hand on his pants right here. Now let's keep in mind this isn't exactly the optimal grip for the situation. If I could, for example, grab his collar, I would, but he is blocking it, so I have to start with what I can, which is right on the pants. Okay. Last thing before we start is this hand right here. I'm not grabbing fingers and thumb like this. I'm grabbing with my thumb above my fingers, okay? So like this. That allows me to close my elbow more, and later on we can rotate our shoulder and use that to set up the pass, okay? So first things first, again, Andrew's using the knee shield guard. He's trying to keep my weight in place right here, or at least support it and move it around. If I feel that his knee is a little bit bowed downward, then I'm gonna go for the leg weave, which is our first pass. We have everything closed down. We're gonna shrug the shoulder forward and apply pressure to the knee. Okay, I'm trying to draw his knees together. Now with this in place, I'm going to swim my right hand through and use my left hand to help get a good grip on the bottom leg of the pants. Okay? Now that I got this in place, I can circle through and I'm aiming for that bottom collar. If Andrew decides to block that grip, what I'm going to do is dip my weight out to the side, swim through, and latch on. Okay? Every time we get a new grip, we close both our elbows, and now I need to start applying pressure to Andrew. It always starts from your toes, so make sure your big toe and knee on the outside leg are turned towards your partner's head. You bring your weight to the edge of their knee with your shoulder, and now my head is going to twist his head away. With all this in place, it's pretty easy to move this right leg, the one that's entangled. I want to turn my knee in, circle my heel over the top of his leg, and now clear his legs with my right arm as I walk perpendicular to him. Okay, if Andrew doesn't know how to retain his guard at this point, I'll just walk straight away to the side control and finish. Okay, but oftentimes you get here, and as you start to clear the legs, your partner will begin to push on you. Let's spin a little bit this way. So he's pushing on me with Andrew's left leg, his top leg. That's okay, I'm gonna keep walking away. Bring my knee inside of his knees and put my hip down on his hip and get the underhook. Okay, from here I have the underhook, grabbing his belt. I keep twisting his head away, pick up his arm, twist it in, and go to the mount. Okay, one more time. Starting in the knee shield, we got our default grips and positioning. Get your grips tight, close it down, shrug the shoulder, weave through, grab the collar, twist it in, apply pressure, walk towards them, circle your leg out, clear the legs. If necessary, drop your knee back in the middle, get the underhook, and finish by twisting their body away, picking the arm up, and getting them out. Our next pass starts the same way. We're always looking to drop this knee down. But once this happens to Andrew once or twice, he's going to get wise to that, and he'll no longer let me just shrug his knee down. So he starts keeping it open. This is the time to go for the over-under pass. Now, the over-under pass requires us to chop back, get under, and get into this position here. But it's very important that we do that in a specific way. When my arm goes under his leg, I cannot do this. Okay, he's going to get out or counter me. Instead, I want to chop my arm back and under his leg. That was a little bit exaggerated, but I don't want to give him space to move his knee positioning. So you chop back, chop under, and now I'm going to bring my head between his elbow and knee and my chin over the top. Let's actually turn it this way. Bring my chin down, grab his belt, my chin goes over the top of his hip, and this hand here, I'm going to grab the pants, close my elbow, and flatten out along his whole hip and leg. Notice I walked towards his leg and straightened his out. I'm going to keep walking, keeping my elbow tight, circle my foot out and put him in the knee between leg drag position. And from here, I can continue to pass his guard. Okay, again on that over under. Grab up, you're trying to get the leg weave, but he opens his knee. You chop back, chop under, drop down, straighten out the bottom leg. Walk their leg straight, keeping your hip turned. From here, circle one leg out. Pick their leg up, put your knee underneath it. And from here, you can get the underhook. Walk to the side. And if you want to make it real similar to where we just were, you can step to right here and you're in the leg weave again. You're just on the other side. And you get them out. Okay. Keep in mind all the passes that we're going over. Every time you get into the knee between position or the leg drag position, you have the option to go to the mount, but you also have the option to go to the side control and take the back. Okay. Our last pass from the knee shield guard that we were looking at in class was the cross knee pass. Okay, so we're working here, trying to get the knee down, trying to get the over under. We're working on all that. And while this is going on, if Andrew's not entangling my leg properly, I'll be able to just pop my knee through. Okay, and oftentimes during this fight as I'm pivoting, I'll feel that loosen up and you bring your knee right through. From here, you use your right arm, get the underhook, drop your head next to their head, and I'm gonna move my head and right knee in opposite diagonal directions. Head to the top corner, knee to the bottom corner. Swim your arm through, pick up their arm, point your knee and big toe at their head. As you slide through, park your hip on the ground, rewind the hip all the way, knees go under their back, and you have the side control. One more time. Working through the knee shield. And as we're working this top knee, over, under, leg weave, all that stuff, you feel that you have a little space on that bottom leg. So you close your elbows, start bringing your knee through, get the underhook, head tight, start sliding your knee and head in opposite diagonal directions, and you grab over their elbow, slide your hip all the way to the ground, start walking your toes on the ground in the reverse Homer Simpson, so you can use your butt to turn their butt away, knees under their back, and finish in the side control. Okay, so that's just a real quick review of some of the guard passes that we've been going over for the knee shield guard. Once you have a good understanding of how the knee shield guard can get passed, it becomes a little easier to understand how to attack because you understand how to keep your guard in place and what opportunities you're looking for at that point. Okay, thanks.